Hello everyone, I was recording and then the phone decided to pop over and the whole time you couldn't see me, so whether that's a big deal or not, I don't know. Alright, so I've been having some issues with a certain situation, so I'm going to address it. So today's topic is behavior with potentials. So a potential basically is someone that you have an interest in, and then not only do you have an interest in them, but they are a potential to become your mate. And their behavior usually determines the outcome. Now your behavior does too, but you're basically vetting them for a reason. You want to know if they are mate material or not. So sometimes you kind of put them through little tests. Is it wrong to test? Sometimes, but I'm one of those people. I like to test, and the reason why is because I'm not going to repeat history, and I make sure of that. So if someone starts showing familiar vibes or familiar behavior that I'm already accustomed to, I bolt. And the reason why I bolt is because usually the number reason why I bolt is there's another woman involved that they've already been with and they can't seem to let their person go. So I respect the situation and I bow out. Then there is guys start showing themselves a little too much, where it's like, I think we're going to butt heads a little too much. You know, people know what they want in their life and people know what they don't want. And if you come to the conclusion that you don't, then during the time that you are not dating and on day strike, like I've already undergone, is that you just make it, very known with your boundaries. You say what you're gonna put up with, and you say what you're not. And people say, well, you don't want to say that because then you'll know the out is. When someone pushes the out button, you let them go. You don't hold on to them. You don't pursue anything further with them. You just let them go and figure it out on their own. They'll probably meet somebody else that the replacing game is a bit much, but I don't try and get into it too much. When I'm on day strike, it's exactly, I have friends and I'll hang out with them, and I might even correspond with them on a mutual level that we've agreed upon. But as far as forking out money, investing in interest in them and everything like that, is very limited. And I do that purposely because it's like, I'm on day strike. I'm not looking to form a relationship with anybody. Right? So, anyways, let's go back to behavior. There was a situation where I had a strong physical attraction to someone prior to him getting married. And then, he lost his wife and everything. Then, one of our first outings was that we went to a local bar to go play some pool, which is great and everything. That's my go-to. Anybody that knows me knows that I enjoy playing pool, and I'm not going to hide that fact. So, and I'm not even that good at it, but I just enjoy the hell of playing it. I've been playing it since I was like 5. So, anyways. Alright. Situation was this. We had an older bartender. She was hot. She looks great for her age, right? She looks amazing, really. And I talked to her a few times prior, and I wanted to test the situation, and he failed the test. And the test was that we would both, start talking about the bartender, and I'd say, well, she's got a nice ass on her because she's wearing the right jeans. I was confident in my sexuality to where I was able to say, with no intentions or anything like that she had a nice ass. And he agreed. Well, then he made sure he sat in front of her area where she was resting before drink serving. Not only did he that, but you could see his eyes following her. And, you could just tell that he was interested. Well, I ended up finding out a few days after that, where he started pulling away and everything, that he became friends with her on a social media direct messaging system. Messenger. Okay, so he's doing that, and I'm all like, well, there's my exit. So I pulled out, because when I noticed that I did mention it to him, and I told him over and over that we're only going to remain friends, that there won't be anything more, because I already saw that he had the capability of wandering eyes. Wandering eyes turned to wandering hands, wandering homes, meetups, all that. So I pulled out, and it was my prerogative, and I'm not going to feel bad for protecting myself. Let's see if while I'm taking this turn, I can just hold on to it so it doesn't fall. So when a woman makes up her mind, and after they test you or whatever it is, that things just didn't seem like it was going to work out, it is probably the best thing to do is to bow out and let them figure it out on their own. There may be a comeback, there may not be, but once another person has blatantly showed you that they are not capable of focusing on the date with you, like, what is it, the term, you dance with who brought you, and kind of thing, it's kind of on that level. Now, you have people pushing down your throat that is called an insecurity. Then you have people telling you that it is a form of not just insecurity, but what is it, like it's a form of control, and that, you're jealous and all stuff. No. I had talked to the bartender prior. I didn't tell her of my plans, but it's like, you can just tell. And I looked at them and I was like, you know what? I might be matchmaking tonight, is what I told myself. And I left it at that. I bowed out of the situation. I don't know if they're talking or not. Personally, I don't care, because I've already moved on in my life. But your behavior is going to dictate, like, your first impression dictates how things are going to go. Like, if you have a terrible first impression, most likely you are not going to be chosen. And people need to respect this. Like, as soon as the person says, we just want to be friends, you leave it at that. You keep it friendly. You respect the friend line. You don't do anything to contact and be a nuisance, especially if they've been pining over for somebody else. You got to respect all these obstacles when it comes into dating. Now, see, sometimes they're relationship strengtheners, and sometimes they're just eye-opening situations, just like, yeah, I'm out. And that's okay. But what's not okay is the harassing, the ghosting, anything that is like a negative connotation towards dating, that makes people just want to bow out completely and go into date strike and like hide with their head underneath the sand and be like, I'm good. I'll wait till another season, or I'll wait till the next batch of decent human beings come out. That kind of thing. Aw, see people on bikes riding with each other. That's nice. One of these days, I'll get behind the back of a bike. But for the time being, I gotta first meet someone that rides, right? Right. So anyways, so my thing is, I like adventurous guys. I like guys that are, not committed, but monogamous. I'm into monogamy, therefore, I don't want to get with somebody that's into open relationships, somebody that's into passing their woman, is comfortable doing the whole cuck deal that I've heard about. I'm not down with that. And I mean, granted, I probably could juggle a couple of guys at the same time, but I just choose not to. I believe entertaining one at a time. That's the way I do things. And there are people that want people to go out there and get it out of their system and then regroup or reconnect or something on that level. Because, when it comes to monogamy, at a certain age, that's like impossible to go through, because that's where, what is it, the 7-year itch? It's where, they're about 7 to 10 years in a relationship, and all of a sudden they're getting bored with each other. And it's even before that people get bored. It's like, Space your time away. Do your own thing in your relationship, because the more you guys are combined together, the more you're going to cause friction. So guys that go out and jobs and stuff that are away from the house, this is a good thing because they want you to miss them and stuff. Then there are people that are very clingy, codependent and stuff like that, and they have a really hard issue dealing with someone that's in a career and stuff where they're gone all the time. I went through that. I already went through that phase. I was really young mentally and everything, and I had a very sheltered life growing up. So then I was thinking about what it was like to have a relationship, because granted, my parents didn't have the greatest relationship, but they stuck it out for many years. So I was able to see that. And then I was also raised by my grandmother. After her husband died and everything, she never moved on. She never got herself a boyfriend, and if she did, she hid it very well. So, people are at their own pace, and so you see this crap on social media telling you and directing you, oh, this, your ex is going to get back with you, or this, you got to do it this way and stuff. And this is because these memes are created to confirm you being a client to those love gurus that I was telling you about. The ones that, are saying how to get your ex back guru or stuff like that. I particularly did not go into it. Did I share it in group? Yes, I did. There are people that want to get back with their exes. I'm not so sure I want to get back with any of my exes because, when I leave, I pick up and I leave. And I'm one of those, I have that mentality where it's like, if I was to come back, there would have to be a 360-degree change. There would not be any remnants, memory, triggering events that would make me bolt for the hills kind of thing, So when you're in a relationship, your public displays of affection, depending on if you're with someone that's into PDA or not, you guys have to discuss this, or like you find out on your own, because how you are at home and how you are out in public, it's usually a two different situation. It's a different scenario, and you have two different people that are discussing in private what they want, and then you see people behaving differently in public for whatever reasons. I'm still doing more research on this, but it does get a little annoying where you see someone saying, behind in bed and everything, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, and then all of a sudden you come across them, flirting in front of you. It's like, okay, let's talk about public behavior with potentials, relationships, and then married. When you are actually 100% married, you got the paper, you got the ring, you've got the home together, all this shit, living together and whatnot. Do not create social media accounts so you can flirt. Now, there are people there are actual sites where you can do this. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's on the level of where monogamous couples decide that they want to become polyamorous. Yes, it interchanges. That's another thing. But see, I've been hard solid onto monogamy because that's the way that's how I like things to go. And it's really hard to find a monogamous partner because you've got social media, propaganda, all these things that are promoting guys to have threesomes and foursomes and get all excited about it and excite your sex life and all this stuff. Well, I'm that one that's like, get it out of your system and then we'll talk. Because I don't want to be with somebody that wants to still be adventurous in the bed factor with other people. Now, I don't mind being adventurous. Like I said, outdoor sex, amazing. I recommend it. Going fishing and having sex, again, I recommend it. But I don't recommend people to pull in extra partners, or where someone's all of a sudden questioning and they've been together, living together and stuff, and then they want to roll out. So you want to get with someone that is on the same mental level as you. You want them to be on the same page as you. So if they're looking to settle down, you want to get with someone that wants to settle down. But the thing about it is you got people that know that you want to settle down, but they just want a taste. That is the hard part right there, because they're going to put on a really good show. And they're going to make it sound like everything is great. And it's going to be, you know, and they're basically blowing smoke up your ass to get laid. That'll be another video where I'll explain all this, the tips to avoid them and stuff to recognize them. Like I said, I wouldn't bring any of these topics up if I didn't have personal knowledge or external knowledge from this. So when I say that this is going on, it is going on. I've witnessed it myself, therefore understand this is for preventive measures and to help guide you into strengthening your relationship and not running and bolting at the times you need to stick it out and strengthen your relationship. So, because a lot of people are running. They're like running scared because they don't want to commit. They got huge commitment issues because of probably childhood trauma to relationship trauma. I mean, my God, I had some relationship trauma, but I've let that shit go, and I know what to look for now, and I know what to and how to present myself in situations if it should ever occur again. I'm getting very knowledgeable on these things, and I'm not going to feel at all bad about it. I'm telling you guys some of these tips of the trade. So behavior is very a good indicator if somebody's into you. Their phone is put away, or their phone is not on silent, because you got to watch out for those that have their phones on silent. Those are the ones you got to make sure that you are aware, and you tell them as you call them out instantly. You see their phone on silent, you know it's on silent. It's like, why is your phone on silent? They're going to come up with the excuse of, well, I want to keep this focused on you. No, they're blocking anybody from interfering while they're with you. That is something I call a red flag. Because when I have my phone with me, my phone is available. And do I continuously on my phone searching and talking to people online? No. But if someone contacts me, I'm not going to be rude and tell them, you know. Now, there's two ways to this, actually. If you're into somebody, you will contact through message or a phone verbal communication. You're going to say, I'm out with someone. I will talk to you later. You say that phrase, instantly you know that this person is single or is not hugely involved in a relationship, because when they say this, that means that they are acknowledging your existence to other people. That is a good thing. You want to have a date with somebody that is going to acknowledge your existence while they are with you. If you don't like somebody, you say, I'm out with friends. There's a difference, see? It's all about wording. Wording is going to dictate how things go. Behavior. If you're close-offish, you're not laughing, you're not having a good time, there's people that literally will leave in the middle of the date and stuff, or the outing, that you're just like, okay, well then. So I will tell a person up front, as soon as I meet them, if I've known them for a while and I finally go out with them on outing, first of all, if I take you to play pool, I'm vetting you. It's not a date. You take people to a very public setting if you're vetting them. You want to see them out in public. You don't want to just keep everything Netflix and chill or anything like that. And I do not do Netflix and chill. I actually despise Netflix and chilling, just so people are aware of this. So if a guy wants to invite me over to his home, the last thing I want you to do is put on a movie and have me sit on the couch with you. You're going to have to entertain me some other way, because I'm not down with Netflix and chilling. ones that are pushing for you to drink more, the ones that are basically just disrespecting you in all forms in the night, yeah, those are the ones you want to avoid. You can go on an outing with them and everything, but it's not going to be a long-term thing because they're only looking to get laid. You want the ones that are investing, having at least one text a day and checking on you, seeing if you've done some fun stuff, seeing if you've ate, Now, guys that usually ask if you've eaten and everything, sometimes those are the ones that are going to probably imply that they want to go on an actual date with you. Or they want to make you a dinner. I actually had a guy that would make me food. But I didn't feel like he was really into me because he kept pushing the sex factor. So I was just like, And the guy made enough money where he could have took me out on a date. But he insisted on hiding me. And that's where I'm like, I'm not doing this. I don't do the hiding game. You want a whore, you're going to find her elsewhere because it ain't me. Now, if I test drive, yes, I am. Yes, I have. But does that make me a whore? No. I want to test the goods sometimes because I was like, I've been into where I've invested into a relationship and the guy was horrible in bed. And I end up having to have sex. Not only that, but then I end up having to have a kid with him and I'm like, oh, come on. How does that happen? I'm one of those people, if the sex is not good and I can't fix it and the guy doesn't want to fix it with me, guess what? It's not going to work out. And I have no qualms letting the guy know, I'm sorry, you're too mechanical. This is just not going to do something for me. So anyways, yeah, behavior is going to dictate how you want things to go. And guys, if you're going to flirt and be all, flirty on your vetting moments, accept the fact that you're basically crushing your chances with getting with this girl. I strongly suggest you guys work on your behavior when you're out with the woman. Show that you are truly interested in her and not just looking to get laid, because the more you show that you're looking to get laid and everything, the more you're going to lose interest in certain women that you were probably interested in because they are already up on top of the game and they're just like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. So, yeah. I had a guy that cut our little outing short because, his dog, which is fine. He kind of stopped talking to me out of the blue. Or just, he didn't want to talk to me more. And then he had, he contacted me and he goes, miss me. And I was like, communication goes both ways. And now he's trying to get a second meeting. I don't think I'm going to give him a second meeting. I'm not feeling it on that level. And I believe I've already gave him the friend brush off. So if he thinks that I'm going to change my mind, he's wrong. I'm not changing my mind on this. I've already made it very, very known that I only see him as a friend and there's not going to be a romantic interest between us. You cut an outing with me and I see you on your phone throughout the time, and all of a sudden I really got to go, my dog, I'm going to see that as okay, a dismissal. And I keep it as a dismissal. I don't try and pursue. I don't try and chase. I'm one of those, you had one shot to show me who you were. And yeah, pool buddies basically is what I see in the future. He's a great pool player. I was really impressed. But I don't see anything romantic going on. I don't see anything's flourishing, so I'm not going to lead him on. And I'm okay with the choices that I make. I'm confident in my decisions. And I already have somebody in mind that I'm talking to, and it seems more my level. And right now a cop pulls right next to me. How lovely. And I'm talking to myself while he's right next to me. Oh shit. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for this, am I? Oh, well, we're gonna soon find out. I do need to actually pay that. I need to pay on that ticket. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Cop, dude. How did they get chargers? It's pretty nice. Got a lot of antennas on his. Instagram, Twitter. What else you got on there? Reading Police. Oh, we got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Mr. R17. And now you get in front of me. Oh, thank you. Joys of driving from rural towns to city driving. It's interesting. Oh, okay. I'm almost to my destination. Very close to my destination, actually. I do need to pay on that ticket, though. Last thing I need is a bench warrant, right? Right. Okay. So I have heard a few feedbacks, which is nice. I don't have any qualms with anybody commenting or disagreeing or anything like that. I mean, this is strictly an experiment that I'm doing and conducting, and not only that, but there is another reason to it. But when the time is right, I will explain. But the time being, just you don't even have to like them. I'm not doing this to be liked. I'm not doing this to gain friends. I'm not doing this. I'm solely doing this because I just feel like I need to get it out there. So if you hate it, I don't care. And that's the truth. I was not put on this earth. Oh, hello, children. Hi. Preteens on bikes. You gotta love it. Alrighty, I'm at my destination. You all have a wonderful day. This is a beautiful spring weather, and enjoy the hell out of it. Have a good one.